Well, you know what? You know, the world sometimes, like you say, what you don't know won't hurt you. And I understand that. Contrary, the Bible says that my people perish for lack of knowledge. That's a important aspect to take into mind because where I can see the point, if there is something that you have no knowledge or understanding or wisdom of, if there's something that you do not know, well, then it is somewhat, impossible for it to physically, at that moment, hurt you or impair you. But I think sometimes it would be wise to take into account that just because you are unknowledgeable of something does not mean that that circumstance in which you are unknowledgeable of, that person that you may be in that circumstance, that situation, this person, this thing, whatever it is that you have no knowledge of, just because you don't have no knowledge of it does not mean that they or it or the situation does not have a firm understanding of it. And what you may not have knowledge of, it may not be hurting you right then and there, but the situation itself could be suffering from the absence of your knowledge. Um, and therefore, sometimes must be forced to move on. Uh, Take off into account how many opportunities do you think? I want you to think about it. How many opportunities do you think you may have missed over your lifetime because you had no knowledge of it? How many relationships do you think, great relationships, loving relationships, if you're single, it could have been the one. How many relationships did you bypass or that you did not have a chance to be a part of because you did not know that there was a connection between you and that person? I truly do believe that what you don't know, it may not necessarily hurt you right then and there, but it can hurt you in the long run. Especially when it comes to relationships, because just because you're not hurt by what you don't know doesn't mean that the other person who could have been who could have been the perfect person for you, the perfect companion, the perfect wife, the perfect spouse, the perfect best friend, the perfect business partner, this other person, because they do know, you may not be suffering, but they may be suffering, and they may be suffering because of your ignorance in what you don't know. Um, you should take that off into account. What you don't know very well can hurt you, especially if it deals with issues of the heart. Because if you're a person like me, the last thing I want to do is have someone hurting in their heart because of me, because of something that clearly I did not know.